the problem, Broner and Floyd Money Mayweather, were once family, but right now a squabble has begun. Some of it, let's just say, is ego. Some of it is pride. Some of it is it's normal to see two people that have love for one another come to this point. Once you're close to a person, whether it's a female, a family member, or someone that you are doing business with, an associate of whatever, whenever you get so high with someone, expect there to be a valley under that peak, because that's how life is. It goes up and it goes down. Floyd Money Mayweather spoke candidly this week about Adrien Broner's fourth title in his fourth different weight class. He was fighting a Russian. It was his last fight, and Floyd kind of downplayed it by saying that, I wouldn't even really truly want to claim a title that I had received after a loss. Getting a title shot is sort of like a paper champion. Ken Norton was a paper champion, not over the duration of his career, but he got it the unhonest way. Joe Frazier did too. When you get it without having to fight for the title, you're just ordained or proclaimed as the champion due to someone else's exit of the game. Ali exited the game not by will, but by the laws and sanctioning bodies that stripped him of his title prior to him or post him not wanting to go to the war. So Joe Frazier was ordained heavyweight champion, which is what we call a paper champ. He got it on paper. He didn't earn it in the ring, even though he did put them things on Ali that first fight. So did Ken Norton. Got it the same way. Several other fighters that we know that ended up becoming the real deal. But the word paper champion can be taken the wrong way. And that's sort of what Floyd Mayweather was saying about Adrien Broner, due to the simple fact that Adrien Broner had to fight someone from Russia that no one has heard of. Well, Floyd Mayweather was on the record saying that Adrien Broner had said something about TMT. Basically, screw them fighters over at TMT, excluding Floyd Mayweather, because Ashley Theophane and Adrien Broner have a little beef going on, which is understandable. Anytime you're in the gym, and those who haven't been in the gym, and it's a little bravado, but there's a little bit of arrogance going on. And if you got someone that's over there trying to really test your manhood, which everyone is in the boxing game, in the fight world, everybody's a piranha in the gym. Everybody's looking at the other guy. Yeah, you friends one day, but you looking at him to see where you slipping in the ring, if he's sparring or if he's on the bag, if you're missing a day at the gym, you're looking at all that. Theophane felt like, hey, I can beat this kid. Yeah, we ain't been in the ring before, but I can beat this kid. And I don't think Adrien Broner wants to. So the fact that they are on a head-on collision course, Floyd is basically taking the side of the guy that's in his camp. He doesn't manage Adrien Broner. He's not a promoter for Adrien Broner. He's just a quote-unquote big brother of Adrien Broner. And Adrien Broner is taking that offensively. I feel like he's human, and he's showing his human side. I'm going to play a little something from Adrien Broner, and you guys can listen because he posted it out there, and he's been trying to reach out to Floyd, and Floyd's not answering the phone, and I can understand, because Adrien Broner is sort of like one of the fighters that I train. A couple of people call him Beast. His name was Brad. He's the illest fighter that would have ever laced him up. He was a combination of stature-wise, he had the height of, stature of Evander Holyfield. He was nasty like Mike Tyson, had the same leg build, but he had calves like Adrian Peterson. He could jump out of the gym 6'3 3/4", 220 some pounds. He got as high as 238. You couldn't tell the difference. I mean, the kid was just an absolute freak of nature. He was one of my fighters. The only thing that side railed him is some past quote unquote things will catch up to you. And let's just say the jewelry that he ended up getting on his wrists wasn't from Jared's, so he had to pull a little time. Like I said, the past catches up with you, but he was absolutely nasty in that ring. And when I train him defensively responsible. Like you see, if you go to my website, you'll understand Master Boxing is about the science of boxing. Imagine this guy, a 6'4" version of Sweet Pea and Floyd and Sugar Ray, and I mean, just understood. I taught him the offensive skill set. I taught him a defensive prowess. I mean, this kid was an absolute freak of nature and meaner than anybody. Grown men turned their head when he walked into the gym, and he had eyes that were piercing. No, he wasn't like a real, he was not even a, he was like an action figure. He looked like it. You can go to YouTube, and I put a couple of video clips of him up there. Matter of fact, leave a comment in the box to remind me, and I'll make sure I put him up there. And when you see him, you're going to say, wow, that was a human being. He's actually alive. That guy exists on the planet. Yes, he does. And long story short, I'm going to play a clip of what Adrien Broner is saying to Floyd. I'll give you about a minute so I don't take too much time on the video. And then we'll get back to this. But I was making a point that he sounds just like my boy Brad, the Beast. And the thing about the Beast is he had turmoil inside. Just deeply seated. So when you hear this, you'll know that. And he's hurt.
Even surpass what you did. That's all I wanted from you. That's it. I can go out here and make my own money. I can go out here and buy my own cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's all I want. I just want to learn from you. All that other shit is weak, man. Like, and then like you making it so personal. Like I'm fighting you, nigga. I ain't fighting you. You ain't say shit about me fighting Ashley Theopain. You went on a diss like you that much in your feelings. Nigga, quit playing with me, man. Come on, man. Quiet as kept. You only fuck with a couple of them TMT fighters. You don't even fuck with them for real, man. You want me to beat TMT, nigga. Quit playing with me, man. Nigga. And it is what it is.
Alright, so you get the gist of this thing. Adrien Broner is really, I mean, this is about a 10-minute rant. He actually goes on and on and on, speaking to the simple fact that Floyd Mayweather is kind of dissing him in a way that he would even go out on a limb to speak to the public without coming to him and speaking first. And this game of boxing is shady. That's why I like this channel, because I'm able to give you guys an insight of what really goes on behind those closed doors. And even when you're watching All Access and 24/7, that's not real stuff. All that is stage. I mean, in a real gym, real things go on. You can never imagine the kind of insight and attitude and jealousness and envy that goes on in the gym. I knew this day was coming. I was like, wow, man, I can't imagine when they clash. But then again, I can. Because like I said, what goes up must come down. Those emotions, those feelings, those roller coasters, they all happen. This is reality. This is boxing, people. Everything is right at your fingertips. You can be broke as a joke, and tomorrow everything can change. But the guy that's standing in your way is directly in front of you. And he can be preventing you from feeding your family or just yourself. That's bloodline. That's history. That's your dynasty. So, if you feel like this guy can't even hold your jock strap, yeah, it's going to be some hate built up. And he may not even be bringing everything that's necessary to the ring or to the gym. And you're like, hey, how is he positioning himself? Ashley Theopain, to me, is a decent fighter. But Ashley Theopain said just this week, you know, he feel like he can beat Adrien Broner. Let me tell you something about Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner may be, to some of us, he appears to be immature. But he just has a lot of demons, so do you. The thing about it is you couldn't imagine waking up and everything that you want be right there at your bedside, at your beck and call. So you have to understand what this guy has experienced in life. He's rich and he's 25, you know, in that neighborhood, 24, 25. Do you understand what it's like to have the limelight surrounding you? Because it gets bright under those lights. Yeah, you can control yourself with minimum wage, making 30, 40,000 a year. But what happens when you taking a cold $2 million to the bank? You got $50,000 on a date. You have the access to a Lear jet, a yacht. You taking your dates out to Key Largo. What's happening then? You got a portfolio. You know, you have a banking account. You got investments. Things change the higher you go up that ladder. So the envy that's building right now is personal. But Adrien Broner is only crying out to Floyd. But one thing Adrien Broner, and if you know Adrien Broner, that I got people, we're in the same circle. Adrien Broner needs to understand that Floyd is in a position that he has to take a side, and he's going to take the side of his company. You don't take it personal. In a couple of years, everything will mend itself back together, just like with him and 50. But certain things have to run their course, like a cold, the flu. No matter if you're on medication, it still has to run its course. It's going to hurt. Just be careful what you say out your mouth so you don't eat those words or have to regret them later. But Floyd Mayweather right now is committed to his company. So he's going to make sure that he's going to do what's necessary and what's best for his company. And unless you're fighting under the TMT brand or the TMT banner, you're not a part of the company. Your brain trust, your friendship, your brother, all that has to be put on pause right now. And he's letting you know that. In so many just so many minor methods. Excuse my French. I'm all over the place with this. This is just broken. I said I got to give my fans a little something to listen to that's actually gonna really rock them, and it's good stuff. This is good for press. This is gonna give boxing a shot in the arm because these are two of the top fighters in the game, name-wise. So, you know, if Floyd was still in the game, this might lead to a fight. But Floyd is not in the game anymore. But if Adrien Broner had held true to his brand and stayed clean and really got his name out there beyond the boxing crowd, this would be a super pay-per-view if the guys were fighting. But they're, like I said, they family. You fight with your family? Yeah. But this right here is a feud that has to be settled down. Floyd's not picking up the phone. I'm going to tell you that right now. Adrien Broner, he's bothered a lot. So, you know, you have to just take these grains of salt and you have to go out there and basically just sign a contract. Al Heyman, his name was brought up. Al Heyman's done nothing but good for everybody that's in the sport of boxing, that's under the Al Heyman brand. The PBC is taking boxing to another level. So Adrien Broner has to sign on the dotted line and get up in Ashley Theophane. That's all he has to do, you know. But let's see if that happens. But I just wanted to break it to you guys. I will most definitely have this posted on my timeline on Master Boxing's page. So make sure if you haven't subscribed or went over there to like Master Boxing on Facebook, do so. They call me the Fight Doctor, and I thank you guys for watching. Some of you know me as Master Boxing, but this is where we break the fight world down round by round. Shouts out to my boys in BrooklynFights.com. We getting ready to get this podcast up and popping, and be tuned. We're going to do the breakdown of the Canelo Cotto fight. This is your boy Fight Doctor. I'm signing out. Broner Mayweather. Trouble in paradise. Peace.